My name is H.A. Goodman, and I'm an author, columnist, and journalist. And to read my writing and to see my latest CNN appearances and my MSNBC and RT appearances, you can go to hagoodman.com. My link to RT's Crosstalk, my appearance on Crosstalk is below. Thank you so much for the kind words. Please continue to share the link. And I had the great pleasure of being retweeted by WikiLeaks. Great honor. Thank you so much regarding my segment on the Trans-Pacific Partnership. I am going to discuss something that is definitely not clickbait and definitely a reality. So when people say, "Oh, HA, Trump can't win," and I was saying forever that if it's not Bernie Sanders, it's Donald Trump, and they called it clickbait. And then they said, "Well, the FBI cleared Clinton. There's not going to be any more problems." And I said, "There's going to be the nature of technology. There's going to be future FBI criminal investigations." This is after July, I said that. And of course, there was the second one with the Wiener probe. I am going to tell you right now that Donald Trump, the Trump presidency, will result in Hillary Clinton, the Justice Department going after Hillary Clinton, and a very good likelihood. So the Justice Department under Trump, at some point within the next 4 years, will go after Hillary Clinton. That being said, they will have to almost certainly pardon Julian Assange and WikiLeaks. Number one. The reason being, I will actually give you this article, this video below of Rudy Giuliani speaking to Sean Hannity. Listen to it, and on 4:17 of the video, 4 minutes 17 seconds of the video, you can hear Giuliani, the potential Attorney General, citing WikiLeaks. Now, not only is a potential Attorney General for Donald Trump's administration actually citing WikiLeaks to say that Hillary Clinton committed perjury, but there's an ongoing IRS investigation, and everybody from Pagliano to Cheryl Mills to Uma Abedin to Robbie Mook, if they engaged in illegal activity, they're not going to be pardoned, even if President Obama pardons Hillary Clinton. But as Giuliani states right here, he can't pardon for future offenses. There's an ongoing IRS investigation right now, and there's an FBI criminal investigation regarding the Clinton Foundation that's ongoing. There are other investigations, the Benghazi investigation regarding perjury, that's ongoing. So President Obama would have to pardon Hillary Clinton on the emails, on perjury, on past foundation issues. That would be a complete collapse of the Democratic Party, even just almost as big as the loss to Trump. But I'll listen to this. This is Giuliani talking about, and he cites WikiLeaks, which is enormous in terms of a legal precedent. This is a potential Attorney General, and this is a man who argued before the Supreme Court, citing WikiLeaks. Here you go.
In my view, and my reading of the Constitution, which don't take as gospel, but I know it fairly well, argued before the Supreme Court, I believe the president's pardon power is absolute. And we're constitutionalists, sure. So we would like it not to be, maybe, but it is. So theoretically, he could pardon her for basically anything
she might have done.
Right, that has already happened. He can't pardon her, obviously, for something she does in the future, but anything she has already done.
Amazing. Now,
and also,
if you were the Attorney General,
what about Abedin, Cooper, Mills,
Pagliano,
these guys who took the Fifth and apparently committed perjury?
Right.
WikiLeaks, you got the proof of the perjury. There's a whole group of them out there that the Justice Department,
WikiLeaks, you got the proof of the perjury. That is on 4:17 of the video link I'm going to leave below. And I can just read you the transcript as well. I will leave the transcript below as well. So you have the transcript of Giuliani on Trump's agenda, potential pardon for Clinton. And when you're talking about a legal precedent for pardoning Julian Assange and WikiLeaks. I'll read you right here. Giuliani, what about Aberdeen, Cooper, Mills, Pagliano, the guy who took the fifth? He's talking about Pagliano 125 times. But there's the guys who took the fifth and apparently committed perjury. WikiLeaks, you've got the proof of the perjury. There's a whole group of them out there that the Justice Department, an honest Justice Department, would be pursuing. And I can tell you that the FBI is pursuing it. So to my amazing subscribers, this is not just me trying to be hopeful. There's a clear path to Julian Assange being pardoned. Number one, because he's a whistleblower. Number one, because WikiLeaks is a publisher. Forget about the fact that Assange and WikiLeaks are whistleblowers. The case being that the initial case is that, look, everybody from the New York Times to the Washington Post to CNN to all the Clinton public relations firms, when they're trying to deny the relevance, to Neera Tanden not saying, oh, well, I didn't say that on television. So none of the people have ever said, well, I didn't say those things. They all admit to the fact that CNN had to fire or forced Donna Brazil to resign, and the DNC forced not only Debbie Wasserman Schultz, fired not only Debbie Wasserman Schultz, but 4 other Democratic officials. This is all from WikiLeaks. WikiLeaks is not only being used or spoken about as a publisher, as a media company. The information that they publish is not only being discussed on Facebook, more so than even the Chicago Cubs or Halloween. That was in one WikiLeaks tweet. You could see the graphic of it basically dominated Facebook. But it's led to the resignations of high-level Democratic officials and even people on CNN. So not only did Rudy Giuliani talk about its WikiLeaks, and right here, WikiLeaks, you've got the proof of the perjury. He's citing on television WikiLeaks, which directly correlates to Julian Assange eventually being pardoned. Because the potential Attorney General of the United States of America is going to have to use WikiLeaks emails 1 through 36, DNC emails, email release 1 and 2. You can't simply go and say, well, I plead the fifth in a Trump administration. That ain't going to work. So when Pagliano pleads the fifth over 100 times, I'll read you right now. Judicial Watch, Clinton IT staffer pleads fifth 125 consecutive times. That's not happening. A former employee for Hillary Clinton invoked the Fifth Amendment about 125 consecutive times in a deposition with a conservative advocacy group. The spokesman for Judicial Watch said Brian Pagliano, a Clinton IT aide, declined to answer questions when subpoenaed before the group. 125 times ain't going to work out in a Trump administration. And the only way to ensure that everyone surrounding Hillary Clinton, from Podesta to Cheryl Mills, and Cheryl Mills got that, we know from the WikiLeaks emails, she knew that President Obama knew Hillary Clinton used a private server because President Obama did not receive emails from Hillary Clinton that said state.gov. We also know that Cheryl Mills, Podesta actually states that Cheryl Mills didn't want her to become president. This is all information that could be used for Podesta and Mills and Mook and Fallon and Pagliano and even Reddit's Stone Tier. This is, and by the way, Congress is now looking at Reddit posts. I will read you this. This is The Hill. House panel looking into Reddit post about Clinton's email server. So if Congress is looking at Reddit posts, and that's not, I mean, the Reddit posts are Stone Tier. Okay, fine. But I'm saying WikiLeaks is an award-winning publisher. That pristine record. All the emails are authentic, genuine. just ask Donna Brazile and Debbie Wasserman Schultz and everybody, the millions and millions and millions of people throughout the planet on Facebook talking about WikiLeaks, and the fact that the New York Times and everyone on the planet in terms of a publishing company, media company, is citing WikiLeaks emails, and the fact that Rudy Giuliani on television, and I will read it to you again. Rudy Giuliani, what about Aberdeen Cooper Mills Pagliano, the guy who took the fifth and apparently committed perjury? WikiLeaks, you've got the proof of the perjury. So he is stating, and he's basically explaining that he is going to use WikiLeaks emails as evidence. If WikiLeaks emails are used as evidence, the Justice Department has to pardon or end any investigation regarding any criminal activity, because there is no criminal activity. The Justice Department needs WikiLeaks to prosecute Hillary Clinton's inner circle and to prosecute Hillary Clinton on perjury, emails, foundation, and I will read you, and this is why Hillary Clinton will be prosecuted, or will definitely, the Justice Department under a Trump administration will go after Clinton, because I'll read you this. Okay. IRS. Dallas Observer, the Dallas IRS office that's quietly determining the fate of the Clinton Foundation. This is Thursday, November 3rd. The IRS review is not, okay, the Earl Campbell Federal Building in downtown Dallas is an all-purpose, okay, most people come for a passport to get business done in front of a federal judge, but inside a quiet review is underway that has direct ties to the raging presidential election. The local branch of the IRS's tax-exempt and government entities division is reviewing the tax status of Bill Hillary and Chelsea Clinton Foundation. Game, set, match. This would not be covered under any presidential pardon, because it would happen in the future. Anything that IRS office finds would be taking place in the future. And in terms of the 500 conflicts of interest and the $50 million that Bill Clinton made, and all the other, and the $60 million in the pipeline that Doug Band talked about in the Clinton Foundation, and also there's other people talking about the Clinton Foundation, Chelsea Clinton, in the WikiLeaks emails. You're looking at WikiLeaks being used by the Justice Department and Rudy Giuliani, if he's the Attorney General, or a different Attorney General being counseled by Rudy Giuliani to say, hey, there's information, there's proof, there's leverage with these WikiLeaks emails. Let's pardon Julian Assange. Let's use this to essentially take down the entire wide, sprawling network of Clinton Foundation corruption. Give me your thoughts below. Rudy Giuliani, the potential Attorney General under a Trump administration, cited WikiLeaks as proof of perjury. Give me your thoughts below. Thank you so much for listening.